I've done it. I've finally done it. And for those of you that have been waiting patiently for this video, I want to thank you because here are 5 game-changing ETFs to ditch your 9-to-5 and live freely. But before we get into the video, if you haven't seen my latest video all about how to invest in real estate without actually buying any property, check out the link below. It could be a game changer for you and your financial future. Now back to today's topic. Have you ever sat at your desk staring blankly at your computer screen wondering what your life's purpose is? You know, why you were put here on this earth and thinking there must be more to life than this. Or maybe you're just sick of waking up every day knowing you'll be working the same job for another 40 years until retirement age. But by then you'll be so old and frail, you might not even remember the things you did at work. Maybe instead you'd rather retire early and spend your time doing things that matter or just doing nothing at all. Well, good news, friends. I've got some breaking news for you. It is possible. It is possible to ditch your 9-to-5 and live freely. And if you ask me how, well, I'm going to tell you right now. It's with these 5 ETFs. Now, before we dive in, let's talk about where most people go wrong. When they hear the term ETF, they think they need a ton of money to invest. They're wrong. What if I told you you can start investing with just $100? Or what if I told you you can invest in almost anything with an account that allows fractional shares? Well, guess what? You can. In fact, some brokerage accounts allow you to invest in these 5 ETFs with no minimum investment at all. So let us explore them together and see why they can help you break free from the rat race. The first game-changing ETF on our list is ZSETF. It stands for eShares ESG Aware MSCI ETF. Now, don't let the long name scare you. It's just a fancy way of saying this fund invests in companies that are environmentally friendly. You see, more and more companies are trying to do their part to protect the environment, and this ETF allows you to invest in them. So when you buy shares of this ETF, you're buying shares of all the companies inside of it. One great thing about this ETF is that it only holds large cap companies, which generally means safer investments. The ETF has a low expense ratio of 0.3%. This means for every $10,000 invested, you would pay only $3 in fees each year. Also, since this ETF is focused on large cap companies, it pays a dividend yield of 1.63%, which isn't bad considering the risk. If you're looking for an easy way to invest in companies that are helping the environment and still get a decent return, this ETF might be a good option for you. Just remember though, like all ETFs, past performance is not indicative of future results. Next up on our list is BADDD, the Invesco QQQ Trust Series 1 ETF. This ETF focuses on investing in companies in the technology sector. As we all know, technology is growing at a rapid pace, and this ETF gives you a way to invest in that growth. The fund tracks the top 100 Nasdaq stocks, and it has an expense ratio of 20%. This means for every $10,000 invested, you would pay $20 in fees each year. Now, that might sound like a lot, but keep in mind that this ETF has a very high growth potential. In addition, this ETF does not pay a dividend. However, if you're willing to take on a bit more risk for potentially higher returns, then this ETF could be a great option for you. Remember though, like all investments, it's important to do your research and make sure you're really comfortable with the level of risk before investing. If you're looking for an ETF that tracks the entire stock market, then look no further than VTI, the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund ETF. It covers almost everything in the stock market, from large cap companies to small cap companies and everything in between. Now, this ETF is perfect for those who do only-pick individual stocks and instead want to invest in the entire market. The fund has an expense ratio of 0.04%, which is very low compared to other ETFs. This means for every $10,000 invested, you would pay only $4 in fees each year. Additionally, this ETF has a dividend yield of 1.42%. The great thing about VTI is that it's very diversified, which helps to reduce risk. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you're spreading them out across the entire market. So if one company does poorly, it won't affect your portfolio as much because you're still getting returns from all the other companies. Plus, when you invest in VTI, you're investing in the future of America. By owning this ETF, you're investing in the companies that are driving our economy forward. So if you're bullish on America and its future, then this ETF is a great way to do just that. Alright, moving on, we have SCHD, the Schwab US Dividend ETF. This fund tracks the performance of stocks that pay dividends, and it has an expense ratio of 0.6%. This means for every $10,000 invested, you would pay $6 in fees each year. This ETF also has a dividend yield of 3.68%, which is pretty good. So if you're looking for an ETF that provides both growth and income, this could be a great option for you. SCHD is perfect for those who are looking to build wealth over the long term, while also receiving a steady stream of income. With its focus on dividend-paying stocks, this ETF is ideal for investors who want to grow their wealth and generate income at the same time. Last but certainly not least, we have SPY, the Spider S&P 500 ETF. This fund tracks the performance of the S&P 500 index, which is made up of 500 of the largest companies in the United States. SPY has an expense ratio of 0.09%, meaning for every $10,000 invested, you would pay $9 in fees each year. This ETF does not pay a dividend. However, it has a very low cost and is one of the most popular ETFs on the market. So if you're looking for a simple and easy way to invest in the stock market, then SPY might be the perfect option for you. This fund is great for those who are looking to gain exposure to the US stock market in a low-cost and efficient manner. So there you have it. 5 game-changing ETFs that can help you ditch your 9-to-5 and live freely. Now, before you go and invest all your money into these ETFs, I want you to remember a few things. First, diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Instead, spread your money around and invest in different sectors and industries. Second, consider your risk tolerance. How much risk are you willing to take on? Are you comfortable with the ups and downs of the stock market? Or do you prefer a more stable investment? Third, think about your investment goals. What are you investing for? Are you saving up for retirement, a down payment on a house, or something else entirely? Once you know your goals, you can choose the right ETFs to help you get there. Finally, don't forget to rebalance your portfolio regularly. Over time, your investments will grow and change. So it's important to rebalance your portfolio so that it still aligns with your investment goals and risk tolerance. Alright, there you have it. Hopefully, this video has given you some ideas about which ETFs you may want to invest in. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thanks for watching.